Well, it was one of those nights that went all right, and especially at the beginning, I was really into working at the beginning of the night, and it worked out pretty good. And it was a little slow to make money because I didn't have a lot of really long trips. I had a lot of short ones, and I didn't have all that many trips. I think I'm up to 14 trips now. And so before this one, I cleared just around 2 o'clock. And I pulled into a parking lot and started watching a video and fell asleep. I slept for almost 2 hours. Then I got a call and it was just after 4. And that call just after 4 came to the airport. So that was good. I'm not going to complain about that because this trip for $67 saved my night. It made it more palatable. I was just under $200 and it was a $67 fare. So $260 I ended up with, which, considering how business has slowed down, that's acceptable. It's like a night before COVID. $150, $160, $250, $260. Not a lot of cash, but strangely enough, $23 in coins. So it looks like I'll be paying my paying for my fuel in coins today. I think I've only got about $25 in cash bills. Not much. Anyway, I will probably stop off at the bank to deposit that meager amount. Yeah, if I don't get another fare, I won't be too bothered. And my phone is not doesn't have that much of a charge left on it, so I got 4 more nights to go and I'll be back. That was the Monday night, and I think I've done okay. I think I've done really okay. I'm sure I have about 300 on, and that's good enough for me. $300, yeah. I have to see under this thing so I can check out the traffic light. I'm just heading over to the bank to make a deposit, and after depositing at the bank, I'm gonna, oh, that's too bright there. There's people with their high beams driving right behind me. I'm heading to the bank to make a tiny little deposit because mostly what I got tonight was in Iraq, and I got quite a few coins. I got $26 in coins. Yeah. But that's okay. I'm gonna go to the car wash and use some of those coins to run the car wash, and then I'm gonna buy my fuel with more coins. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got about 300 on, because I was fairly busy, steady, And I did watch some videos, yeah, and I fell asleep many times in between. Yeah. Maybe I'm not very talkative this morning. It was one of those nights where I didn't really feel like working. And that happens often enough that I don't really feel like working. Yeah. Let's get on up here to the bank. So here I am. It's about 5:30. I've got $300 on. It has been a few bizarre things tonight. I got sent to a homeless shelter where the girl got in. She had some bags, and she went to a parking lot behind another homeless shelter to a green tent where she was giving some food to her sister who was in the green tent. Then we ended up going to another part of town, and it was a huge complex of apartments in several buildings, and it was like the whole block, the 1700 block of Newton. But there are two entrances to the 1700 block of Newton. There's one where you take Newton off of Richmond, and there's another one where you go in by Ryan Street. Now, I thought the easiest way would be to go in by Ryan Street, so I asked, would that be Ryan Street or off of Newton? And she says it would be the Richmond side. Okay. So we went in by the Richmond side and looked and found the right address within the 1700 block of Newton and waited out front. And she called her contact using my phone, and nobody came out for about 10 minutes. She said, I'll be right out. For about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, nobody came out. And I called and I said, hey, you know, what's going on? She said, oh, I'll be right out. And I say, well, which parking lot are you going to? Are you going to the long one or the little one? She says, oh, the little one that wraps around. Okay. So I figured, okay, we're not in the right parking lot. We're in the long one. So we went to the little one that sort of, it's L-shaped. And I figured that's the one that wraps around. So we sat there and waited and waited and waited and waited. And then she had said, if I can't find you, I'll call you. So then she calls me. I say, well, where are you? And she says, I'm outside in the sort of grassy courtyard. And I say, well, so am I. And I'm right at the door to the address that you gave us. And she said, I just came out that door. Oh, don't tell me there's two doors. Yes, there are. I say, wait, I'm coming to you. Stay where you are. And I finally got there, having wasted about half an hour waiting. Because first of all, she took her time, and then she didn't know where she was. Anyway, she came to the car with me, and she gave a bag to my customer, and then she paid me. It was like $22 on the meter, but I had the meter paused for the longest time while we were waiting for her. I thought that the one in the car was going to go out with her, but no. She said, now you're going back to where you started. And it's like 22 on the meter. She gave me 50 bucks. And yeah, 50 bucks, okay, that sort of almost compensates me for my time wasted waiting you know, and stuff. Second to last fare was these two homeless guys. Picked them up at a Tim Hortons donut shop. The guy had some bags, and he had a box, a cardboard box with ice in it, and it was on one of those things that rolls. It was like I guess a dolly. So we got his bags in the dolly in the back, and then they wanted to stop at McDonald's. So they stopped at McDonald's and picked up some Egg McMuffins, and then they went to a homeless shelter. And they had all this shit and ice and everything on them, and said, make sure I get all my stuff out of the back. And I said, it's open, you can open it. He said, I don't know how to open it. Oh fuck, so I had to get out of the car and open up the tailgate so that he could get all his junk out of there. Yeah, this is about the end of my Tuesday night. What did I say the time was? 5:30 something. Anyway, I'm pretty bagged. I went to sleep several times watching videos. I'm still exhausted right now. I gotta make my way to the bank because I got a fair amount of cash tonight, because we had a lot of homeless people because they go to the bank, and it was welfare. It's the beginnings of Welfare Wednesday today, this morning, and so it goes. Yeah. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for another call, and if I don't get one, I'm just gonna head to the bank, deposit my money, then go to the gas station and fuel up. I've had quite enough. 2 more nights to go this week. Time is now 6:02 on a Thursday morning. I just got through the Wednesday night, and it was one of those nights where I watched some video, and in the morning hours especially, I fell asleep between calls, and I'm trying to watch a video, but I fall asleep before the video's done, and you know, it's one time right after another. I didn't get to see the video because I fell asleep. I must have needed the sleep very badly, because every time I was awakened by this tablet, you know, telling me that I got a trip, I wanted to stay asleep more than the previous time. Now this last one, I got awakened and got sent to Gorge Road to take this guy to the military base. And then just as I was leaving there, I was sent to an apartment building right around the corner to pick up the girl who works at the Chevron station over here. So it was, you know, back-to-back trips right there. Anyway, I did well enough. I did 300 on a Wednesday night. Now I'm just heading to the car wash because it rained a little bit, and the owner's going to be driving after me, so I might as well make the car clean for him. Because, well, yesterday I didn't wash it, but it was a nice sunny day and the car didn't get dirty. But yeah, I'll do the exterior, interior, fuel up, go home, and then I won't be able to sleep. It's a pattern, I tell you. There's somebody right on my ass too. You have to be right on my ass. I don't like this time of the morning because that's when all these cars start coming out, getting in the way and riding my tailgate, and I'm not going slow. Get off my ass. I can hate that. My night is done. It's over. I'm exhausted. And I have only one more night to go this week. I can't wait for that to be over. Yeah. These 12-hour shifts are getting to me more and more all the time. I used to not mind it when I was a lot younger, but now it's like, just leave. After about 6 hours, I don't want to work anymore. Well, I don't want to work at all, but after about 6 hours, I just had enough. I don't really feel like being out here anymore. This is maybe why I fall asleep all the time. Yeah, one more night to go this week. Time is now 5:27 in the morning on a Friday morning. It was a little slow. I got a good number of fares, but nothing that went really long. So after doing 26 trips, I got $227 on. You would want the trip to be over $10 on average, but this time it was under. And I'm not going to the bank to make a deposit because I need all the cash for getting my groceries tonight. That is after the day, after I've gone home and had talked to my mother on the phone, gone to give a blood sample at the lab, had something to eat, had a few drinks, gone to sleep. Wake up, have a shower, then get my groceries. And yeah, that's sort of like the order of things. There's a madness to my method. And I am tired. I went to sleep. Every time I try to watch a video since midnight, actually since about 10 o'clock last night, I fell asleep watching the video. Yeah. So if I don't comment on a video, it's probably because I fell asleep. And now I'm just heading back to my place of choice, maybe for one last time. And I will do maybe one more trip. I don't really feel like it. I don't know why I'm getting so tired these days. Maybe because I don't get enough sleep at home. Could be. Now that we've had the time change, it's brighter in the afternoon than it was. And so sometimes it wakes me up a little bit early by as much as an hour before my alarm goes off. So then I'm wide awake lying in bed, and then I'm dead asleep while sitting in the cab waiting for calls. Yeah. Nothing really memorable happened tonight. Just random people going random places. None of them going out to party or going out for dinner or anything like that. And just random people going random places. Now I've taken 2 or 3 of them to work in the morning. that's where it's going. Hope yours is better than mine.